Anybody who has teenage boys too knows that they lie, lie, lie. That's all they do. And you know how you know they're lying? Because their mouth is moving. They lie. But here's the thing, sometimes you don't bust them with all of them, and sometimes their lies are so good that you're almost proud of them, you know what I mean? You're like, and don't do that again, that's my fucking boys, you know? My son's best, he ran a game on me. Ran a game on me. My wife and I, we went to Hawaii for vacation. And my parents came to stay with him. So when we come back, we get a DirecTV bill a month later, and there's $200 worth of porn charges. And we're looking at the bill, right? My wife and I, and I'm mad. I'm mad, right? The dude needs to be taught a lesson because porn is free. Like, how dumb do you have to be? I got porn in my pocket 24 hours a day. I'm worried about him as a human being if he's still paying for porn. That is the dumbest motherfucking shit I've ever heard of. I'm worried about him walking around in this world if he's still paying for porn. Like, how's he gonna do that? I tell my wife, I'm like, I gotta go down and talk to him. This is so dumb. But here's the deal. I feel like this is gonna be a quick conversation because his MO when he lies is he'll lie. And then if you just show him facts, he's like, yeah, that was me. And that's it. So I have the facts in my hand. I have the bill in my hand. So I figure it's gonna be a quick conversation. So I go down into his room, and I'm like, hey man. And he goes, yeah. I go, you know anything about this? And here's how I could tell he was gonna lie to me. Because as soon as I held up the bill, he bent over and he squinted like he couldn't read all of a sudden. He was like, just started shaking his head like he had never seen that language before. He was like, and then he said something so ridiculous. He goes, yeah, I'm not familiar. I'm like, what the fuck does that mean, you're not familiar? You don't recognize English or you don't know what that is? And he goes, I'm not sure what that list of stuff is. I'm like, it's porn. He goes, oh. I go, you don't know anything about that porn? He goes, no. I go, you didn't order that porn? He goes, no. I go, oh, because I'm looking at the dates. When the porn was ordered, it's when your mom and I were out of town. And the only people at the house were you and Grandma and Grandpa. So it was either you or Grandma and Grandpa. And he looks right at me and he goes, well, they do like each other a lot. And I was like, take it easy there, man. I go, you know you're talking about my mom, right? You're talking about my mom right now. I said, you saying my mom watches porn? He goes, no, I didn't say that. You said that. And I'm like, why is he so confident? I have the bill. I have it right here. Why? And I thought, okay, I'm going to make him so uncomfortable that he'll admit it. And he doesn't want to talk about porn with his dad. So I guess I'll just start reading off the titles of the movies. So I said to him, I go, are you telling me that Grandma and Grandpa were in my room watching Anal Party 3? And this is the quote out of his mouth. He goes, well, the door was shut all weekend. I said, are you saying my mom watches anal? He goes, no, you said that. I never said that. Guys, I walked into the room 100% sure it was him. Now I'm at like 99. I'm like, what? And then I realized the reason he was so confident. You know why he was so confident, everybody? The reason he was so confident was the only way I can truly prove that it was him is if I call my parents. And I say, did you watch Anal Party 3? In my room. And on the off chance they say yes, I gotta burn the fucking house down. Like, I can't live there as an adult male. If my parents are watching anal on your bed, you gotta burn that shit down. So I need to, all of a sudden I've become Tom Cruise from A Few Good Men. Did you order the porn? Like, I needed to know, right? So I decided he's gone all in. He knows I don't want to call my parents. The only way I can bust him is if I go all in too. So I'm like, okay, I'm going all in with this. And I say to him, I go, man, you didn't order the porn. You didn't order the porn? And then he did say what every teenager says at least once. And I said, you didn't order the porn? And he's like, I wish you'd just believe me. Oh. You never believe me. Oh. And I go, no, man, I believe you. And he goes, what? Because I figured I'm pushing all my chips in too. The only way to get him to admit it is to get him into a situation that he doesn't want to be in. So I said, yeah, man, I believe you. And I think it's terrible that grandma and grandpa are making you pay for their porn. He was like, yeah, I think that's terrible too. I said, we can't let him hide in the shadows out there in the East Coast. We got to call him out. And he was like, I agree with you. I was like, what do you think, man? And I held up my phone. I go, let's just get him on the phone. And he looks me dead in the eye and he goes, call him. And I'm like, oh. And he goes, no, call him, Dad. I want to hear you call your parents and ask them if they watched Anal Party 3 in your room. I want to hear you ask that question. Call them. I go, I'm gone. And he goes, I'm right here. And I was like, so I start to dial one number, dial another number, and he goes, you don't have your parents on speed dial? And I said, yeah, I do. I'm going slow. I'm giving you a chance to come clean. And he goes, oh, okay. And he goes, I wouldn't say come clean when you talk to them. And I was like, listen, guys, if this is a fight, he's landed every fucking punch so far. And I'm like, okay. I'm pressing another button. Pressing another button. Guys, I'm at like the 8th button. I'm like, I'm about to ask my parents if they watched Anal Party 3. And then I'm going to jump out of a window. Like, this is it for me. I'm about to press that 9th button. And he goes, whoa. I'll pay for it. And I said, you ordered the porn? He goes, no, that was Grandma and Grandpa. I just don't want you to embarrass them. I think it's nice how much they like each other. He looks me dead in the eye and he goes, "We done here?" And I was like, "Yeah, I guess so." But that wasn't satisfactory to me, guys. I needed to hear him say he ordered the porn, right? So we get to the outside of his door, and I'm on the outside of it, and I go, "Hey, man, before I leave, I'm gonna give you one last offer. I will pay the bill and give you $200. All you gotta do is say you ordered the porn." And he looks right at me and he goes, "Nope, Grandma and Grandpa." And now every time he walks by my room and the door's open, he looks in and he goes, "I wouldn't sleep on that bed," like an asshole.